forward, you guys should receive the agenda for this month's meeting. Hope you had a chance to review that before today. Is there a motion to approve the February agenda? Make a motion. Second. Second, Molly. Yes. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstained. Moving on to the minutes for January. Brooke sent those out. Hope you had a chance to review those. If you were not here last month, is there a motion to approve the January minutes? Second. We have a second. Gage. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstained. All right. Moving on to staff reports. We'll go ahead and start with fire.
One second. House fire just came in, so that's the head of list there for a second. Good evening. My name is Pete Ritter. I'm Battalion 4 on the C shift now. I've been back to C shift for a couple shifts. I went down to Battalion 2 for a little bit. They're on South Broadway to fill in for a vacancy for about 4 months. I'm back out west now. Keep it quick and simple for you guys. DAB 4, we had one incident, one structure fire that was investigated by FIU. It was in the 3300 block of West Taft. The cause of it was undetermined. It was basically a bathtub. Fire started in the bathtub, burned up the shower wall. So, no. So that's about the only really incident we had in the DAB 4 district. It was undetermined, obviously. This recruit class graduate, which is good because on the west side we lost 2 members to retirement, both of them with 30+ years. So we have some growth and some shrinkage. Station 23, last I heard, is projected to break ground this month. So that's good. That's a huge thing for us. Been a long time coming. We're really excited about that. And now I'll wrap up with the blood drive. Fire won 7 years in a row now. Not to say anything. Nobody's counting, but we're not counting. Other than that, I'll keep it simple. So, is there any questions?
Question from the board. Public? I think we're good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Good night.
Look, if you have to have a fire. Yeah, I'm going to listen to this. Maybe I have to come.
Open PD.
Bill Fitz.
Good evening. I am Officer Johnson, Patrol South, Community Policing. This is Officer Perkins, Patrol West. I'll go over the stats first. With homicides, there was no change. Are up 1 incident. Robbery is down 33%. Aggravated assault is up by 2 incidents. As far as with property crimes, burglary is up by 4. Larceny is up by 19%.
Are these compared to last month or year?
Last month.
Okay.
Yeah, just month to month. Larceny from auto is down 18%, and then auto thefts are down 12%. So, in addition, we're becoming aware of crime trends in District 4, both on the south side and the west side of people leaving their mail, like leaving the flag up when they're sending out either checks or, birthday card with money in it. People are then taking those, washing it, and then cashing it. So if you can, use a drop box or something of that nature. And
we have had in the past where individuals will take a bill out of it for the people that still mail bills with checks in them. We'll take that out, open it up, get a photocopy of that check. A lot of times they'll wash it, which means they'll somehow get the name out of whatever utility that is, put their name in there and cash that. But we have had in the past where they get a photocopy of that and start getting their own checks, and they'll actually put that check back in the bill, seal it back up, and mail it. So when you start getting checks written on your account, you're like, I'm not missing any checks. I don't know how this happened. And And that's how that happens. So definitely use a drop box if you can. Still cold out, we're getting warmer, and surprisingly with our auto theft down, that's because it was cold last month, also cold this month still. Only warm up your car if you have an auto start. Had one just the other day, right out of Patrol West, went inside for just a second, came back out, their car was gone. Sit out there, be cold, whatever. Surprisingly enough, we get these where they'll go to Quick Trip after they've driven from their house all the way to Quick Trip and still go in, leaving their car in. It's like, what are you gaining? You're not gaining anything. You've already driven from your house to Quick Trip. It's as warm as it's going to be for you just to run into Quick Trip and grab your Monster and come back out. So, go to your business or whatever. But definitely, if you're going to keep your car for a long time, auto starts, if your car doesn't already have one, I would invest in one. So they're nice in the summertime too. Come out there and don't burn your legs off in your nice leather seats that you guys have. So I don't really have any upcoming events in Patrol West or Patrol South. Next month we have our Second Chance Thursday. That's going to be in the Northeast Wichita, but there's no use talking about that now. But it is going to be on, and I didn't even bring my phone calendar or anything. I think like the 26th or whatever that Thursday is at Carl Brewer. So if you know anybody who's got some low-level warrants that they want to clear up, definitely get rid of them. But we will tell you guys that again, that information in depth next that meeting.
So technical difficulties, we weren't able to print out stat sheets or anything like that. And I'm kind of looking at something. In March, there is the Polar Plunge, I believe, Special Olympics. Or towards the beginning of March, I believe. And then lastly, we did just have a group graduate from the academy. Like a week later, we had another group start. So currently we have 39 in there, 39 recruits, 6 of which are females. And they're in their 3rd week of training now. So it's great.
Any questions from the board?
Councilmember Glasscock to get out there in that cold weather.
I will. I'll try to get on my calendar.
Cold water up in there.
I will let you know the date here. Just
Please do. Yeah.
And Brooke.
See if you get the rest of the council on it. So.
All right. Are there any questions from the audience? Board? Okay.
So with these upticks kind of happening, is this pretty much a good trend that's followed from previous years, or is this new development? Or
It happens all the time periodically, but you are talking about just the mail in the flag
the
board
mail
and
and
things.
just, the burglaries and stuff like that? I think you said
Yeah.
19%, roughly.
And I think it was 32 to 34. So I don't.
it was up from 17 incidents to 21 incidents, a difference of 4
Got it.
with burglary.
But are we seeing that trend more so this time of year, like where it starts upticking like this? Or is it pretty much just sporadic?
Those are pretty much compared to last year too. That's about what we had during this month.
Got it.
So that one really isn't an uptick on that. Most of our stats are pretty level. And like one of the numbers that he gave, the 19%, it really wasn't, obviously we had like 1 rape and then we had 3 rapes. We look at that percentage that it went up and then that's concerning, but it's not, the numbers aren't huge.
Well, if I remember right, from 2024 to 2025, collectively, part 1, violent crime, and
Yeah, that's their,
violent crime right down.
yes, yes. So, yes, part 1 violent crimes are going down in Wichita. So,
Any other questions from the board?
I do have a quick question. You briefly hinted at it, but this is just from my own personal knowledge, and I probably should have Googled this at some point, but I haven't. Since I have an auto start, is that acceptable?
Mhm.
Or there's no way for them to just hotwire my car? Probably you can still hotwire it somehow.
well, anything is possible,
Yes.
but in general,
It's usually safe.
probably not, depending on how yours works. My wife's is an aftermarket. When you open the door, it automatically dies.
Oh.
That's how hers works. Mine's factory. You open up the door, nothing happens. You can't leave unless you press the the start button on
I
mine.
still run in my house quickly and then run back out when I leave the auto start on, but that's good to know.
Yes. So I mean, like I said, they're all different, but most of them are designed not to be able to drive away without the key. So
And then I did get the date and time. So Special Olympics Polar Plunge is Saturday, March 7th. So it's
Saturday, March 7th. Okay, I'm gonna see if I'm free. I'll be a liar.
He's in a book a trip right now.
probably.
March 7th. Okay, I'm in. So I'll make sure to get on my calendar.
registration at 10:30.
Is there any question from public?
I just have a comment that's on the mail thing. I took the Citizens Police Academy last spring, and we even had a postal worker in our group, in our class. And I think it was the fraud department that talked, and they said, if you're mailing checks, don't even put them in a drop box, go inside the post office. Because they have those long handled things that they will take down and pull down.
On top of that, keep building on this.
Yeah.
If there are any neighborhood associations in here with newsletters, Facebook pages, they can get that word out also to the residents on a larger scale. That'd be
Thank you guys. Good night. Oh, sorry, you have one more.
Kind of extend on that, do y'all reach out to HOAs or HOA management or any of the flyers or any notices that they could send out to residences?
we have reached out to neighborhood associations, their meetings. Yeah, we're seeing that. So.
We are usually on a kind of a first name basis, I guess you could say, with our presidents. If, you know, we'll email information out or anything like that. So I know I saw June on there when I was out west. June would email me a lot of times out there in Cowskin and vice versa.
Thank you.
Good night. Not the library.
Hello, I'm Lena. I'm the children's librarian here at Alford. You launched the Memory Lab in partnership with the Wichita Genealogical Society. Wichita Public Library is excited to announce the Memory Lab located in the Research Pavilion at the Advanced Learning Library. And it'll be opening effective tomorrow, February 3rd. And it offers free equipment for self-directed digitization of photos, documents, film, cassette tapes, and more. You can reserve one of 2 workstations on the library's website for up to 3 hours with the library card in good standing. So if you have like old family videos or whatever you want to preserve, you can do it that way for free. And then Lunar New Year celebration. You can learn about annual traditions with the Wichita Asian Association, bring in good fortune with East High's Lion Dance Club, and learn about lucky ways to start the new year. Sunday, February 15th from 2 to 3 at the Advanced Learning Library. And then Pokemon Club is coming. It's the Pokemon's 30th anniversary. The American Library Association and Pokemon Company have partnered to bring Pokemon Club to libraries across the nation, including Wichita. And students can build essential cognitive, academic, social, emotional skills in this fun and engaging manner. Deck building, puzzle solving, collaborative gameplay. It's good for strategic thinking and problem solving, math and reading, and communication and teamwork as they play together. Starting a Pokemon Day celebration, Saturday, February 28th, the Advanced Learning Library. And then after that, in March, we're going to have like a weekly club. And you can check out wichitalibrary.org/events for more like specifics of club meeting times. And then Academy Awards shorts, 40 years of the Library Academy Awards shorts program. Each year, the Wichita Public Library screens the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Science Oscar-nominated films. And this year, we're partnering with Boulevard Theaters Downtown, Boulevard Theaters Old Town, for an all-day celebration on Saturday, March 7th. And it'll have all 15 of the films in the animated, live action, and documentary categories. And then at the different branches, not all of them, but we're having different events here at Alfred. It'll be live and animated shorts on Sunday, March 8th, and then different ones at the different branches at different times. And then we are also, the beginning of March, going mostly cashless. We have seen a reduction in the number of financial transactions after we removed the hold request fees, the quarters for each hold, and then the daily overdue fees. And then to simplify things, instead of accepting payments like at the Circ desk stations, people will be able to pay cash at the printing and public computer stations, and then the copy machine and the self-check machines. And then they can also use credit card, the self-checks, and the public printing, and then pay online, which a lot of people prefer to do anyways. And Alfred specific, our circulation for 2026 during January was 5,846 items. In 2025, last January, we were just in here because of the remodel, and our circ was down to 4,897. So since we're open and have all of our stuff available and more people able to come in, we increased that a whole lot. And then our gate count for January was 6,871. And then a reminder, next month is the election. This room will be used as a polling place March 2nd and 3rd. And then a reminder that the Department of Children's and Families, DCF, has a staff member here at Alfred in one of our meeting rooms, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 to 4. So that's been really nice for customers to come in here. And then we also have story time on Mondays at 10:30 and a knitting and crocheting group on Wednesdays at 10 to 12 every week.
Any questions from the board? Public?
Yeah.
We'll move on. We're going to go ahead and just introductions of our staff board. District 4 is pretty diverse, covers a lot of areas, Wichita, so we'll just go around, choose ourselves and tell you where Wichita we all live in. Go ahead and get us kicked off. Alex Garcia, I live over here in 31st Reading area.
Gage Hunt, 4740.
Molly Bell up on the 119th Street.
Eric Willis, right here behind the library.
June, John, and Patricia.
One second, June, we're gonna unmute you.
Okay,
Now you're good.
we good? So I'm June Johnson. I'm at Mays and Kellogg. The Cotillion is part of our neighborhood.
John, you're up next.
John Whitmer, I'm at 135th and Pawnee.
Patricia Daly Delano.
I think Gentry is the only one missing over there, and she's like Pawnee and Mays. And then, hi, I'm Dalton Glasgow, councilman for the district, and I also live in
Hey guys, I'm Brooke Calchalk. I actually live in District 3 in the Schreiner neighborhood.
She used to live in Delano, and she moved away, so. Yeah, she did, actually, once I was elected, she moved away, so.
Thank you, guys. All right. Moving on, we have communications. Go on to the public agenda. Seeing that we have no scheduled items, we'll go on to our off-agenda items. If there's anyone here present that did not request to speak before today's meeting, you may do so at this time. Right. Moving on to new business, zoning case 2025-00067.
Everyone, I'm Christina Reed, planning staff, here to present zone 2025-00067. How to do it. The applicant is requesting a zone change on one single lot from single family to two family. It's a 0.1 acre property. It's 6,000 square feet in size. So this is near 55th and Seneca at 5413 South Vine Street. The subject site is vacant and it's never been developed. So they're requesting the zone change in order to build a duplex on site. As I mentioned earlier, this is 6,000 square feet, and TF3 requires, there's a typo in here. It's not 3,500 square foot minimum. It's a 3,000 square foot minimum per unit for a duplex. So this can accommodate exactly one duplex. To the north, south, east, and west are all zoned SF5 and developed with single-family residences. However, if we do look at the zoning map, which is on page I think if you zoom up just a little bit more, it's not in this zoning map here, but if you look to the east, there is a duplex development that's a quarter mile east of the subject site. So they're not introducing a new use to the area necessarily. There are no zoning cases associated with this property. And this site has access to Vine Street, which is a two-way local street with no sidewalks. So in terms of the plans and policies that have been adopted by City Council, the requested zone change is in conformance with the Community Investments Plan. The Community Investments Plan has a Wichita Future Growth Concept Map that predicts what the land uses will be in the future, and they're identifying the site as primarily appropriate for residential development. So that includes single-family detached homes, semi-detached homes, duplexes, townhouses, apartments, et cetera, et cetera. The Community Investment Plan also has these locational guidelines that provide a framework for decision-making regarding land use changes. One of the general guidelines is that development should occur where necessary supporting infrastructure and services exist or are planned for extension concurrently with the development. So the subject site has access to sewer. It does not have a water hookup because, again, it's never been developed, but it is readily available for the site. And it is also in conformance with the South Wichita Hayesville Area Plan. The plan has its own future land use map and identifies the site as appropriate for residential low density uses. Staff is recommending approval of the application based on the golden factors that are listed in your staff report. I still have not received any comments from the neighbors on the requested zone change. You can see the site photos here. They put up the development application sign. That's where the lot is. And just a pictures of so with that, I will stand for any questions.
Agent present for any questions or would like to make any
Yes,
comments?
I am.
Any additional things that the board should know? Questions from the board or comment? Questions from the public? I've seen an issue with it. I mean, the lot's been vacant, it's already a neighborhood. I think it makes sense. I'd like to make a motion to approve based on the recommendation. Second. Favor? Aye. Aye. Post.
Time to also say about this neighborhood, we're hosting a neighborhood cleanup at South Lakes right behind here on March 7th. That's 21st. That's why Brooke's here. So this would be a great time to maybe go.
For the next zoning report, CON 2025-00176, I wanted to provide an update on this application. This was heard by the Metropolitan Area Planning Commission this past Thursday. Their action was to defer this to the end of February to February 26th because they wanted to get more information on what exactly they're looking to do with this site. So in conversation with Brad, who was the one who wrote the report, and Phil Siebenberg and my supervisor, you guys also have the option to defer. Is the applicant here today?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So if you, I can present the report and you can elaborate a little bit on what we talked about at MEPC. But it sounds like we still have some things that we need to work out. So I will leave that to you guys.
I'd say we'll just follow your suit. I'd like to make a motion to defer.
Celeste, do you have anything that you want to speak to today of any additional plans, or would you feel more comfortable if we defer?
Basically, I think the big hiccup is people think we want to put vans out in the parking lot. That's not what we want to do. We're at VFW, Veterans of Florida Wars. We've been doing community service activities in our parking lot for years. I just didn't know it was illegal. So, like a trunk or treat, it's no big deal. That's one of the things we're trying to do, allow all the kids in the neighborhood that we have done for the last 20 years just be legal this time. For whatever reason, our people changed this in 2015. I don't know why. But here we are we've been illegal since 2015. So when we do a poker run, people congregate in the parking lot, wait to kick out. We do trunk or treat, you have 500 kids in our parking lot grabbing candy. Like we do at cab reunions for the 137 cab, Combined Arms Brigade, their retired unit. They congregate out in the parking lot. Sometimes we will extend a liquor license to cover a small portion in case they want to drink. Like summer games, we do water games outside the fence. It's nothing drastic. Yeah. There's no bands. So that's basically all I had.
Yeah, and like from the planning department's perspective, when we say outdoor entertainment, it means live entertainment and alcohol served simultaneously. And so again, we're just trying to work out those kinks.
She said it comes before
February 26th, that's when it comes back to the planning.
March 6th. Question for you, would 6 days hamper any plan development you have if we have a conversation after maybe they work on rules and regs for it?
Be back.
How did you come to find out that the change was made in 2015?
So we do a lot of stuff for other nonprofits. This particular thing was cornhole tournament for Rosie the Rabbit. It's a snuggle bunny therapy bunny thing. So we wanted to do a cornhole tournament in the parking lot. I needed 8 stalls all the way back because we wanted to extend the liquor license out there, which we've always been allowed to do, X amount of times a year. We put the request in. Leonard Fox was the guy I go through, and somehow, some way with this request, that extension of use popped up, and he said we got denied. So he told me I needed to come do this. The city went ahead and allowed us to do it because so much money had already been spent, and things were already in motion. So the planning commission went ahead and allowed us to do it at that time. Now we have to change this, and that's how it came about.
The last thing we want to be is a hold up to you, so hopefully we get this figured out, get you back in order. Yeah, I think we had a motion to defer, and then Gabe got a second. Is there anything else that needs to be added before we vote?
I have nothing else to add.
Cool. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? That's that. Okay, see you in a month. Better bring you out tonight.
No worries, guys. Thanks.
The board agenda updates, issues, and reports. Glasscock?
That was the quickest meeting I think we've ever had at DAB. So good job. I don't think when I chaired DAB, we ever had a meeting that quick. Thank you for everybody for showing up, and luckily it's nicer weather. I don't really have any updates. Vote on March 3rd, whether you vote yes or whether you vote no. That's your own decision. But go out and vote. I'm happy to answer any educational questions about it. Other than that, council was pretty light for February. And I say that, and now we're probably gonna have something controversial, but as of now, it's pretty light. Any questions for me? Otherwise, I'll give you back a majority of your night. Yes, Wally?
How many people realize when they buy stuff at New Market Square and up north there, they're paying 1% sales tax? City of Mays. And when you buy stuff out in Goddard, you're paying 1% sales tax to the city of Goddard.
Most people probably don't know that. I'll add context. Every first-class city in the state of Kansas has a 1% sales tax as it stands now. I saw somebody comment the other day, well, if this passes, I'm going down to Derby. Well, Derby says 1.5. So you're going to pay more to the Derby economy if you go out there. But every first-class city in the state of Kansas, with the exception of Newton, Newton gets a higher percent countywide than the municipal one. But yes, that is accurate.
And, just for additional content, just because every other lemming wants to jump off the cliff doesn't mean we all should jump off the cliff. So I'm quite content not paying an additional 1% sales tax.
Thanks for always giving your opinion, John.
You can pay my property tax, John, if you're so willing.
So are there any other questions that I can answer? Okay, see none. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
See that was there anything from public? I see that there are none. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? All in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Good.
Thank you all.
Hey, guys.